Hey everybody, welcome to day 4 of our anxiety and how to overcome it. My name's Angela Hill from rediscoveringyou.co.uk and I'm so excited, I'm so grateful to be here and to help you guys this week. I've had some lovely messages outside of the group and some amazing comments in the groups on the videos. So thank you everybody who's actually watching these and starting to implement these tools and techniques into their lives already. So proud of you. I know that change is not always easy, but it is essential to just move on and just live a completely different life. Hey, whoever's watching, I can see numbers, can't see names. Hopefully I'll be able to catch them before I go off this live today. But today, I wanted to just recap over yesterday when I asked you to look at your beliefs about yourself. What are those underlying beliefs that you have, consciously or subconsciously? What is it that you feel about yourself? Is it that you're not worthy, that you're not good enough, that you can't achieve the things that you want? What is there? And I ask you to be really honest, brutal, if you must, like just to really get down to the bare bones of where you are right now, because this is where we are starting. No point looking backwards, no point looking forwards. We need to start where we are. So saying that with the beliefs that you have, are they your beliefs? Is it things that you believe, or is it opinions and beliefs that you have other people feel about you? That makes no sense. Let me say that much better. Okay. A reason why a lot of people suffer and have anxiety in the first place is because we are not living our truth. We are not showing up as our authentic selves, and we show up as the version that we think other people want us to be. Does that make sense? Does that resonate with you? Are you showing up in a form as a version of yourself that you feel other people want you to be? Because that is where so much suffering takes place, because you aren't being yourself. You cannot have a self-belief if you are not believing in the person you're portraying. You are going to feel uncomfortable. It's not going to be true for you. And also, you are also assuming what the other person wants you to be. So really take some time and think about this. Like, are you different around different kinds of people? I know if certain people in my life, in my experience, that made me feel more anxiety about myself, or I felt more anxiety around those people. So observe yourself, because sometimes these things don't come to us straight away. Observe yourself when you're around different kinds of people. When do you really feel like you're being yourself? Do you even know what yourself is? Because I find that is the biggest struggle with so many people. When I start working one-to-one with a client, they don't even know who they are. They feel lost, they feel confused, they feel like they've just been somebody's mum, somebody's wife, somebody's partner, somebody's friend, somebody's daughter. They've become somebody's something else, and they no longer know who they are. That is why rediscovering you is so friggin' important, because you need to believe in the person that you are, so that when you live your life, you are coming from that place of authenticity and truth and honesty and integrity. And you need to be 100% unshakable in that. Otherwise, you're going to constantly be knocked by everything, because it's not true. It's not true for you. I hope this makes sense. If you need me to clarify or go over anything, please inbox me. Please comment below, and I will do my best to make that make more sense if I can. So look at your beliefs that you have about yourself, and then look at the beliefs that you think you've adopted from other people. Where do you show up differently? Who do you show up differently for? And why? Why do you feel like you need to be a different version? What is it about that person? And what is it about you in front of that person? It's really interesting. Again, we're going with a self-awareness, because that is really key, and that is where you take back your power and your control, is how you show up, because you are only responsible for yourself. So how you show up is part of that too. So look at your beliefs, see what you believe, look at how you show up for other people and what version of yourself you're bringing to the table. And then what I would love for you to do and really spend some time with is work out who you want to be. Are you the person you want to be right now? How do you want to feel? If you could click your fingers, wave a magic wand, swallow that magic pill, what would be different about you and your life? If you don't know and you need help, please reach out to me. That is one of the things I love to do and gain new perspective on, is helping people figure that out. Because I know that's sometimes the biggest sticking point. We know we want change, but we don't know what that means or what that looks like, and that can send us in a bit of a spiral. So if you need help working out, please feel free to reach out to me. So spend some time with it. How do you want to feel? If you'd taken that magic pill and everything was as you want it to be, in the best possible way, and you were living your best life, and you were the best version of you, what would it look like? How would you want to feel? What emotions do you want to feel regularly? And then compare it to now. How often are you feeling those things in your day-to-day life right now? I told you it's a bit of a big one. It's a bit of a big one, but these are really great things that we can do to really see what we are bringing to the table, what we are putting out there, in order to see what we're getting back as well. Another thing, you may have heard me mention this prior to starting and throughout this workshop. I have constantly used the word struggling, battling, suffering. Struggling, battling and suffering, and any other kind of language that inflicts us with this thing that is anxiety. Language is an incredibly powerful tool. It's an incredibly powerful tool that you have at your disposal right now. And your brain believes anything that follows the two words I am. They're the two most powerful words ever. And if you follow those words with I am struggling with depression, I am struggling with anxiety, I suffer with, I battle with, I am drowning in, your body and your brain start to believe those things, and it becomes a narrative and an identity. So immediately right now, you have the power to change the language that you use regarding these things. So like I say, as always, the tools I give you are simple, but it does not make them easy. You have practiced something, and we are taught how to speak about these kinds of things from very, very early on. People that have anxiety, they suffer, they struggle, they battle, they fight, they kick and scream, they white knuckle onto life. We're letting go of that this week. That is one of the biggest takeaways, if you can take away anything, is to know that anxiety isn't something that needs to be feared. Because there is that whole self-fulfilling prophecy where you're constantly looking over your shoulder, waiting for something to happen. And in that, you create the fear, you create the anxiety, and you can fan the flames of it, and it can persist. So take back control. Become aware of the language that you use. How do you talk about yourself? How do you talk about anxiety? Do you talk about it like it's a powerful thing, like it's a being, like it is a separate thing to you? Do you overcome? Is it overruling your life? Is it taking control of you? Is it something that you feel is separate? The language is so incredibly powerful. So we need to use that tool that we have right now at our disposal for good instead of for evil. So replace those words of infliction, of pain, of suffering, of struggle with empowering words. I am taking back control of my mind and of my life. I am overcoming these obstacles. I am powerful. I am strong. I am fierce. I am in control of my life. I get to decide. I get to choose. I do not suffer. I overcome. Can you feel the massive difference between I struggle, I battle, I fight, it feels very victim, very sad, very, very shit, to be quite frank. It doesn't feel good. But then if you change just those small words to I am powerful, I have control, I take back my power, I overcome, you can feel it, you can sense it, it will ingrain in your body. So use this amazing tool that you have right now and start practicing. It's a practice, it's not going to be easy. You've been playing the old narrative for a while, and now we're going to change it. So we don't suffer with anxiety anymore, we don't struggle with anxiety. We overcome these things. We take back our power over our mind. We learn tools and techniques to help us regain control of our minds and of our lives. It's so, I get excited about this kind of stuff because we don't realize we have this much control right now, and we have all these tools at our disposal right now, and it is so exciting when I can give back somebody the reins over their lives and of the language that they use. I wish I had control over the language I use. But this stuff is so powerful and it changes things really freaking quickly. So that's quite a lot already for today. I don't want to overwhelm. I don't want to give you too much. So we're looking at the beliefs. We're looking how we show up for other people. What kind of version are we being? We are looking at the language that we use, and we are placing the negative words for the positive. Not just negative to positive, but the different energy feeling words, from battling to overcoming. You know, really change and go with the words that feel good for you. Aware of your language that you use, and decide how you want to feel. Decide what you want. What does success mean to you? What does happiness mean to you? You get to choose. You get to be the creator of your own universe. Rediscovering You, I chose that name because YOU, your own universe. You get to pick. It doesn't matter if other people approve. Take no shit but do no harm. You are here for you. Life is meant to be joyful. It's meant to be fun. It's full of all the good things. And the one great thing is starting where we are now. If you are suffering, if you have been suffering, if you have been struggling, if you have been fighting, battling with this stuff, it means you have been experiencing contrast of the other end of the good stuff. So now we know what we don't want anymore. We know we don't want to feel these things. So in knowing what we don't want, we've launched these amazing, powerful rockets of desires for what we do want. So get those out of your head and onto paper, and you define what you want, where you want to go, what you want to do, who you want to be, and how you want to feel. Your life is up to you, and I want to give you back the power over it. I'm going to leave it there for today. I hope this helps. If you've got any questions or anything, please reach out to me. If you want to talk to me about coaching, then please feel free to reach out about that as well, or go to my website, which is rediscoveringyou.co.uk, and on that there's some free resources there for you guys. There are so many different things for you guys to look at. I have some one-to-one coaching programs. I have a mental health and me specifically for this kind of things, which may be really helpful for you or for somebody that you love, or if you want to get tools that will help you, that's specific to you and your loved ones, then I would also love to talk to you about that as well. But in the meantime, we have one more day left. It's going to be another powerful day. I can't wait to share even more with you tomorrow. I love you all loads, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.